James here from GoodGuitarist.com, and in today's lesson I'm going to show you how to play I'll Follow You Into the Dark by Death Cab for Cutie. To play this, we're going to need to put our capo on the 5th fret, and make sure you retune your guitar, because whenever you put your capo up higher on the guitar, it tends to put it out of tune a bit more. So just tune up. Now if you find that this song gets a bit tough for you, or you want to just take a look at all the basics, feel free to check out our ebook. It's free to all of our subscribers. All the chords in this song you'll find in our ebook, so if you need any extra help with that, or with just kind of the basics of strumming, just please check it out. It'll help you out a ton. Otherwise, we'll start out with the chord shapes. And first we have a C chord. And if you watch the live version of this, he plays his C like this. So normally we play it like that, but in this case, we're going to play both those low notes. A minor, F, and if this is a bit tough for you, you'll actually find an easier way to play F in our ebook, so check that out if you haven't already. And then we have the G chord. Now let's take a look at the chord order. We start out on the C chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3. Then we switch to A minor, then F, then C for 2 beats, and G for 2 beats. Let's do all that one more time. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And once you're comfortable with that, we can show you the rhythm for this song. And it's a bit of a fingerstyle pattern and a bit of a strumming pattern kind of meshed together. This is what it looks like. I'll do it much slower now. So let's break that down now and figure out how to play it. We start out by plucking the A string, and then we do kind of a muted downstroke. So I'm doing it down with my fingernail and then smacking with my thumb at the same time. And if you listen to the recording, sometimes they're completely muted and sometimes they ring out a little bit. So don't worry about what's happening right now. As you get the entire pattern together and play it over and over again, you'll get into a bit of a flow and you'll start to be able to control that stuff. Anyways, after the mute, we pluck the B string with our first finger. So this is what we have so far. Then we pluck the low string with our thumb. And we do an upstroke with our finger. And then we do another mute and a pluck. So that second half. Thumb, up, mute, pluck the B string with our first finger. When you put it all together, nice and slow, and the bass notes that we're hitting with our thumb, it changes with each chord. On C, we're going to be doing those two. On A minor, same ones. For F, we're going to start with the low one and then alternate to that one. So. And then for the G chord, it's the lowest string and the D string. So. So take your time with that one. Practice the pattern over each chord. Really take your time with it. Get it as good as you can. And when you're ready, we can try it together over the chords from the verse. 1, 2, 3, 4. To play the chorus, we're going to need a few new chord shapes. We're going to need the E chord. We're going to need G over B. So for that one, we're not playing the lowest or the highest string. We're going to need A minor slash G and F minor. Now, before you go and figure out all these chord shapes, let's actually take a look at them in the context of the song. Because as we switch from chord to chord, it's not too bad. We start off with A minor, then we go up to C, then F, then back to C, and we go C, G over B. So work out that switch. C, I leave my first finger down, G over B, and then A minor to C to G, pretty straightforward. Then A minor to C, E, A minor slash G. So we just take our A minor chord, and then we just add our last finger to the 3rd fret of the lowest string, then F, we remove our middle finger, F minor, and then C. And we can use the same finger picking pattern that we used on the verse. There's a couple tricky spots. First is when we go from C to G over B. And for that, we're just going to use the first half of the finger picking pattern on each chord. So we'll be playing our F, and then we go to C, we play the first half of the pattern, and then on G over B, the first half of the pattern. So all together. And then the next spot is in that measure where we go from E, A minor over G, and we'll do the same thing. First half of the pattern, first half of the pattern. And that's it. So take your time, especially with those 2 bits where we go, and make sure you can work that out. And when you're ready, we can try this together nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, the only part we have left now is the bridge. And the bridge is pretty simple. There's no new chords here. What we do is we start out on an A minor chord. We play the first half of our pattern. Then we go thumb, up, thumb, up. So. And then we go to an F chord. And I'm going to show you the live version. It's a little bit different than the recording. The only difference is how long we play the F chord for. On the recording, we do it 4 times with the strumming pattern, and then we go back to the chorus. On the live version, we do it 7 times, and then we play a couple bass notes. So it goes like this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we just strum it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and all I'm doing there is playing the first fret and then the 3rd fret of the lowest string. So let's try that together now, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. end the song, he does something called a tag. And when you tag the ending, all that means is you just repeat the last little bit of it. So he plays through the chorus. And as soon as he gets to that point, he plays this. So that's the first half of the pattern, then C, G over B, and then the pattern over A minor, and then I'll follow you to the dark. So that's how the ending goes, and now we've covered the entire song, so it's up to you to work out each little bit of it, practice it out bit by bit. You know, whenever you have trouble with the song, whenever something seems a bit overwhelming, remember that you can always break it down into smaller and smaller pieces. Yeah, not everybody can just bust out that strumming pattern right away, but I bet you everybody can go and just do the first two motions of it. And it's just a matter of adding the next little bit, and sooner than later, you'll actually be able to play the whole thing. So make sure you try your best, enjoy your time practicing guitar, and I'll see you next week.